Good morning. I'm Deirdre Fitzpatrick at 6 a.m.
And I'm Teo Torres. So Tamara Berg's been very busy all week. She said it's taken it day by day. And one of the days of rain has arrived today, Tamara, but not for all of us.
Yeah, you know, while there might be a shower that blossoms over Sacramento here in this next hour to 2 hours, I don't expect that an area like Stockton, Modesto, even into areas like Sonora will likely see any rainfall that'll measure up today. So the chance for a shower now in this 6 o'clock hour, it's 48 degrees in Sacramento. You can see that the skies are brightening up, and we do have a lot of cloud cover out there that'll help to illuminate as the sun comes up in that 6:45 time frame. And again, I think our best chances around the capital city for some showers will reside all the way through about maybe 9, maybe 10 o'clock this morning. Once we get away from that 10 o'clock time frame, we start to see those clouds break up a bit. We're drying out for the back half of the day today, and temperatures will get into those mid to upper 60s. So the better chances for showers will be first thing this morning. Slight drop in temperatures anticipated today, not going to be as mild as yesterday got, and then more showers are ahead, especially as we go through the rest of the week. Let me show you what's cooking on radar in the last 2 hours, and you can see most of the rain here working its way along the coast and also along the coast range. And currently you can see that there's been some steadier rainfall in areas like San Rafael, a couple of intermittent showers in towards San Francisco, and then a closer view as I draw you in along Interstate 80, for example. We do have some rain coming down currently in Vallejo, and then more steadier showers as you travel 680 going off towards the Concord area. So yes, there are going to be showers, especially for our super commuters. And someone who knows about getting into some of those showers this morning is our own Mike Tissell. He joins us live from Vallejo and Fairfield area. And Mike, what have you been in?
You know, we keep driving west because you said drive west to find rain. Well, check it out. We have rain falling as we speak here in Vallejo. We're dropping down towards highway, or just past Highway 37 going into Vallejo, Auto Mall, Columbus Parkway exit right here. You know, super commuters heading towards San Francisco this morning. This is where you'll hit rain, is right as you're coming over that Vista Point and then dropping down into Vallejo. This is where we have seen those on again, off again showers this morning. Wet pavement here. Just be advised, because if you're coming from Sacramento, Davis, Dixon, Vacaville area, it is dry on that side of the hill. And once you head over here to Vacaville, you're in those showers again. No real problems to speak of right now out here on the road. It's not that kind of heavy rain. It's just kind of that showery, light rain that's enough to make the pavement wet. Just beware as you're driving, because yes, it is rain out there, even if it is bone dry to the east of us, closer to Sacramento. That's a live look at your drive on Interstate 80 this morning, westbound towards San Francisco. I'm Mike Tissell. I'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Mike. And here's this is a look at the Interstate 80 just a little bit east of Mike there. This is out on the causeway. As you can see, still dry in this area. No problems there through Davis if you're heading that way, or maybe going on to Vacaville and into Fairfield. Still dry there as well. But again, we'll just follow along with Mike there. Westbound 50, no problems coming in from Folsom. Westbound 80 through the split, looking good. 5 and 99. No issues coming up out of Elk Grove. So far around Sacramento, pretty quiet here. We'll go a little bit further to the south. We've got Twin Cities Road at Bruceville Road. There's a 2-vehicle crash there. It's on the right-hand shoulder. It's a pickup truck and a sedan not blocking the roadway, so that's the good news. Just watch out for the tow truck drivers there responding to that incident. And then 26 at North Alpine Road, we have a separate crash there. We've seen a little bit of slowing here on northbound Alpine, but it looks like it's all green now, so hopefully they're making some progress clearing that one up for you. Rest of Stockton, San Joaquin County looking good. Westbound Highway 4, no issues to report that way as you head out toward Bay Point. Taking a look at northbound 99, a 14-minute ride from Modesto to Manteca, 33-minute ride on 205, and then westbound 580, 30 minutes with so a pretty standard delay there, but we'll keep an eye on that for you. 50 is a 10-minute ride out of Rancho Cordova. Interstate 80, 9 minutes. 5 and 99, 11 minutes from Elk Grove. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you. Moving now to a developing story. And late last night, Sacramento City Unified School District reached a contract deal with its Service Employees Union.
KCRA3's Melanie Wingo is live in Sacramento taking a look at that deal.
Yeah, both the district and the union representing the workers issued a statement, a joint statement last night, saying that they have agreed to come to terms on what's called a wage reopener negotiation that they had going on for their contract related to last school year. Sacramento City Unified School District agreeing on this deal with the Service Employees International Union, or SEIU Local 1021, which represents bus drivers, custodians, instructional aides, food service workers, and others. This new deal includes a 10% salary increase for all union members, retroactive to July of last year. It also establishes an $18 an hour minimum wage going back to July of 2022, and that amount will rise to $20 an hour for those workers effective next July. But both sides, in that joint statement that they issued last night, made mention of the fact that their work will continue very soon, because in just about 4 weeks' time, they have to go back to the bargaining table to hammer out the terms of their next contract. Reporting live at the district headquarters, Melanie Wingo, KCRA 3 News.
And the two sides do have a deadline set for the end of May to reach a deal on a successor contract to their current agreement.
Well, Stockton police have released the name of a victim in a shooting that happened last month, but they are still looking for the shooter. Police say 44-year-old Michael Mello, seen here, was shot and killed October 8th. Here's a look at the scene. Another 46-year-old woman was also shot at the time, but she survived. So far, police have not released any information on the suspect or possible motive. A Rockland woman accidentally shot herself and a man. Police were called to the home on Casa Grande Court at 6:30 last night. Police say the woman was handling a loaded gun when it went off. The bullet tore through her hand and into that man's stomach. They are both expected to be okay. Police continue to investigate. Also, a man is in the hospital after being hit by a car in the city of Folsom. It happened at 9:30 p.m. near East Bidwell Street and Oak Avenue Parkway. The driver stayed on scene and cooperated in the investigation. It does not appear that drugs or alcohol are a factor. The identity of the man who was hurt has not been released. The road is back open this morning.
New this morning, a dignified transfer has returned the bodies of two soldiers back to U.S. soil. Army Staff Sergeant Tanner Groan and Sergeant Andrew Southard were killed when their helicopter crashed over the weekend. Their remains arrived at Dover Air Force Base early today. The U.S. Army Special Operations Command says that the Black Hawk helicopter crashed into the eastern Mediterranean Sea, killing 5 soldiers, among them Chief Warrant Officer Shane M. Barnes from Sacramento. The 34-year-old graduated from Jesuit High School in 2007. Now we go to the war between Israel and Hamas, and this morning Palestinian officials have proposed a Red Cross supervised evacuation of a hospital in Gaza. They say that is the only way to save 36 newborns trapped there. A desperate need for resources in Gaza, even water right now. Many people have stood in line for hours hoping to fill up any container they might have. Right now, ash covers most of Gaza. Israel has pressed in on the ground offensive to take down Hamas. It's now been 5 weeks since the deadly initial attacks on Israelis. Today, thousands of Jewish people and allies are expected to march in Washington, D.C. 100,000 people are expected to attend the March for Israel on the National Mall. Organizers say they want to show solidarity with Israel, fight against anti-Semitism, and demand the release of hostages. The event is drawing people from communities across the country.
To stand in solidarity with the people of Israel against terror, to demand that the hostages are released, and to make a loud statement that Jew hatred, anti-Semitism has no place in the United States.
It has seen anti-Semitic events increase by nearly 400% in the U.S. The March for Israel starts at 10 o'clock this morning, our time, on the Capitol Mall. Meanwhile, in Folsom tonight, a rally for Palestine is planned ahead of the City Council meeting. Organizers say that they're planning to demand a ceasefire. That's happening tonight at 6.
Well, the House could vote as soon as today on that short-term budget to keep a government shutdown from happening. But renewed Republican infighting is once again testing the leadership of Speaker Mike Johnson. KCRA 3's Amy Lou is in Washington now with more on why some Republicans say they will not support this bill.
Well, Speaker Mike Johnson's temporary budget bill keeps current funding levels intact, which some conservatives oppose. And with a slim majority in the House, Johnson will have to reach across the aisle to get the votes needed to pass it. The last time the scenario played out, then House Speaker Kevin McCarthy lost his job. Johnson calls this bill a necessary one, which involves a two-tiered approach, temporarily funding some federal agencies through mid-January and the rest through February. But some conservatives are demanding deeper spending cuts, leading to three factions. Republicans split between supporting and stopping the bill, and Democrats who are unhappy with how the budget process has played out, but don't want to shut down.
I think it's a mistake. I don't support the rule advancing it, and I think he should switch directions.
Extending the previous year's funding is never an ideal way to govern, but the alternative is even worse. We owe it to our constituents to keep the government open and operating.
They have made clear that in a divided government, they will refuse to work with anyone outside their conference. Same circus, new ringmaster.
House lawmakers could vote on the extension as soon as today, and the Senate is ready to take it up ahead of Friday's deadline. In Washington, I'm Amy Liu, KCRA 3 News.